Here we'll start in mountain pose. Just take your time and just make your way up to a standing position. We'll begin our practice together here. And as always, we like to start our practice with just exploring the breath. Just reintroduce yourself to your breath. Get reacquainted. You might start with some slow, deep breaths. Breathing in deeply through your nose. Maybe a full and complete exhale through your nose or out through your mouth. Maybe several times like that. And then just continue with steady breathing. Just the awareness that you are breathing. As you're able, listen to the sound of your breath, and if that means turning up the volume of your breath, just do that. Along with the sound of your breath, feel how your breath moves through your body. Experience how your body responds to your breath. You might even feel your lungs expand as you inhale. As you exhale, with a little effort, draw your navel inward towards your spine. Just a light contraction of your abdominal muscles. Just an awareness of your center. Again, as you inhale, allowing your lungs to expand, also feel the lengthening in your spine, standing a little taller, proud. Again, with the exhale, connecting to your center body. And with these simple actions, you're already practicing yoga. Just being more aware, present, and connected. As you're able, just hold on to this connection, this awareness, and let it guide you through your practice today. Let's explore our personal potential, rising to the occasion. Being your best. Let's take 3 more breaths in and out. Full and complete breaths. Prepare your body to move. And when you're ready, inhale and extend your arms overhead. Just reach all the way up and just treat it like a nice stretch. And as you exhale, let's fold forward. So hinging at your hips, bend your knees as much as you need to, making your way down towards your toes, never needing to touch your toes, however. Then inhale, slide your hands up to your shins or knees and extend your spine. Feel like you're coming forward. Experience that full length of the body. Exhale, fold again. We'll hold our forward fold for a few moments. Just holding here. Again, maybe touching your toes. You can just bend your knees more if you need to, so you can touch your toes or the ground. If you need a lighter sensation, you can always have your hands up a little higher on your legs, maybe your shins or knees if you need to. But wherever you are, still feeling this connection with breath, knowing that it will continue to support you and guide you in your practice as we explore our highest potential. What's inside of us? Physically notice the stretching and lengthening through your back, down through your legs. even a heaviness in the upper body as you hang forward. Take 2 more breaths. Let's just do one more halfway lift here. So inhale, slide your hands back up to your shins, your knees, extending your spine. Feel the crown of your head lead you forward. Exhale, fold again, soft knees. And then shift your weight back into your heels. Bend your knees, lower your hips like you're sitting down into a low chair. Lift your chest so you can extend your spine. And take your arms out to the side and then grow tall, reaching up. Let's hold there for a moment as you exhale. Maybe even tip your chin and eyes upward. Inhale, reaching up. Then exhale, lower your chin, bring your arms down to your side. Let's flow through that again at your own pace. Inhale, reaching out, all the way up. If you'd like, tip your chin up, look up. Exhale, leading with your heart, fold forward, soft knees, making your way down. And inhale, slide your hands up the legs a bit to extend the spine, long, flat back. Exhale, here we go, back down to your forward fold. Nice, complete release. Weight shift into the heels, bend your knees, long spine, extend your arms, spread your wings as you float up, reaching upward. Inhale as you do so. Exhale, arms down to your side or bring your hands to your heart center. Good. Just hold for a moment. Return to breath. Yeah. Connecting. We'll continue with our sun salute. Move at your own pace. Pause as you need to. Rest when you need to. Here we go. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold forward. Moving with breath. Inhale, rising halfway. Long, flat back. This exhale, folding, bending the knees, getting low enough so you can place your hands on your mat in front of you. Walk or step or even hop both feet back until you're in plank pose. A high push-up position. Let's hold for a moment here. Just feeling the strength and energy in your body. Also feeling the length through the body. Inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees a little, send your hips up into the air. Just a shortcut to downward facing dog. This first time, but you can always do it throughout the practice. That shortcut. Arriving in your downward facing dog, notice how this feels, this inverted position. Feel free to hold in stillness or add movement here, listening to your body. Move in the way that you need to move or would like to move. And start that exploration, that inner connection and awareness of your highest potential. Sometimes we just need to make space within ourselves in order to find and discover those parts of self. Let's get ready to move. First, start with a full deep breath, filling up your lungs. Exhale, emptying the belly. Bend your knees, walk, step, or hop. Both feet return to the top of the mat. You'll be in forward fold. Once there, inhale, extending the spine. Coming forward, a little weight shift towards your toes. Come forward and then downward. Bend your knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come all the way back up nice and tall. Let's keep this moving. As we exhale, take chair pose, Utkatasana, a chair-like position. Here, shifting the weight back into the heels. So the toes can lift, or you can easily tap your toes. Finding that balance in the body, your hips reaching to the back edge of your mat, arms out front. Let's breathe in, and the exhale to dive out of the seat down towards toes, forward fold. Continuing our flow, monkey pose, sliding the hands up the legs, long flat back. Exhale all the way back down to the earth, planting the hands. Hop or step back into plank pose. Hold for a moment, draw that strong straight line in the body. As you'd like, with the exhale, you can take the shortcut to downward facing dog, or with that exhale, bend elbows and lower your way down to the earth, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to a back bend. This could be a low cobra, or upward facing dog, or something in between. And exhale onto your toes, letting the hips float into the air. You might need to adjust your feet, maybe even your hands on your mat. With knees soft, keep the hips lifting up, feeling the length in the spine. Strong straight arms, planted hands. Let's continue. Inhale, extend your right leg up behind you, reaching for the wall. Good. Exhale, extend right foot to the top of the mat like you're stepping forward. Once you've landed there, turn your left heel to the ground behind you. That's it. Nice strong connection to the earth. Find your center before rising. When you want to have your hands light so you can easily hinge from hips, rising up to first warrior. Exhale, just hinge and fold. Make your way back down. Plant the hands and then slide your right foot back. Here's plank. Again, the shortcut to down dog if you'd like, or chaturanga. You certainly can bring knees to the floor first, then chest. Inhale to your back bend, and exhale, downward facing dog. Stepping into place with the feet, adjusting your hands. And we'll continue with the other side. And inhale to extend left leg into the air, reach. Exhale, stepping forward. Left foot to the top of the mat. Right heel turns to the ground behind you. Find your center. Hands are light. Inhale, hinge from hips. You've got it. Rising up. Good extension out through the arms. Exhale, hinge and fold. Return to the earth. Plant your hands. Slide left foot back. There's plank. Complete the series as you'd like. Shortcut is always available to you, or any movement or flow of the body where you'll arrive in downward facing dog. Once in down dog, 2 or 3 breaths. Just to fully arrive, fully connect. From here, we'll bring the knees to the floor. We're going to sit back briefly in hero just to get off the hands. We're also going to take a seat. So shift your hips off to the side, swing the legs around to the front here. Find the center of your mat with your seat, and then roll down onto your back. Go ahead and draw knees to chest. And some gentle movements here if you'd like. And with that movement, continue with breath, awareness of breath. Also take a moment and circle your feet. Circle them in one direction and the opposite direction. Even take a moment to flex the feet, point your toes. If you can't even wiggle your toes. Just an awareness of the ankle joints here. All right, then go ahead and plant the feet into the earth. We're getting ready for bridge pose. You can have the feet hip distance apart, or even feel free to take the feet wider, which I typically do. Once you're secure on the ground with the feet, inhale, fill up the lungs. Exhale, empty the belly, engaging your core, and then lifting hips as if they're just floating up into the air. As you're able, get your arms and shoulders a bit underneath you. It just creates a different sensation. Squeezing the shoulder blades together underneath you, providing a bit more support. You can also bend your elbows so your arms are at 90 degrees, pressing your triceps down into the floor, fingertips reaching for the ceiling. And with that pressing into the floor, with the arms, you might find the upper body lifts and opens a bit more. It might even help to stabilize the body. So of course we're in our back bend, bridge pose, our heart opener. An opportunity to continue that progress of tapping inside, opening ourselves up, seeing what's inside. 2 more breaths. When you're ready, just wiggle your toes forward a little bit, then extend your arms straight up into the air, just making space so we can safely come out of the pose. Roll your way back down to the earth, soft landing. And once you have landed, go ahead and draw your knees into chest, little hug. Find the breath, and with a good exhale, rock your way up to seated so we can come to boat pose, Navasana. So boat pose is a V shape in the body, creating the form of a boat. You can do this with knees bent. You can hold on to the legs. Feet can be lifted. Yeah, you can always do this with feet on the floor. You can still be in boat pose. As long as your spine feels long and you're at this angle, your core will engage. You just automatically. Okay? And just to bring more effort to that, and inhale to feel as if you're lifting yourself up off the floor, more length through the torso. Exhaling, breathing out through the mouth perhaps. Engaging core sensations. abdominal connection. Because breathe in, ready to move. And with the exhale, we'll cross legs, hands in front. And then hop or step back into plank pose. Hold for 2 breaths. Still feeling that core connection. Maybe the belly button still drawing up towards spine. And then we're going to gently set the knees onto the floor. So you're just on hands and knees for a moment. We're going to side plank variation. So first just tapping the right foot, just swing the right foot off to the right side a little bit. We're creating a kickstand with that foot and leg for a little extra balance. Then extend the left leg back behind you, keeping the toes on the floor. And then just open up towards the left side of the room. Left hand reaching into the air, heart opens to that left side, and we'll be in side plank. Now that right knee just provides a little bit of support. Yes, you can certainly do this with straight legs, which we'll do later in the practice, but you can always practice it this way if you'd like. Okay? Nice opening, good extensions. Even feel free to take the left hand over your head, reaching towards the front of the room for a little bit more extension through the side body. Nice. Breathe in, and the exhale, a careful return to the earth with the left hand, left knee. Bring the right kickstand back in. We'll take a moment, take 2 breaths, cat and cow. You're lifting the head up, arching the back for a little back bend. Exhale, round it all out, belly button pulling up towards spine for cat pose. And just flow through this, feeling the spine, feeling the pelvis. We're just still generating more space. Opening ourselves up. Come back to a neutral tabletop position. We'll do the other side. We'll make a kickstand with the left foot. Extend the right leg back. You can keep the toes on the floor. And just swing the body open towards the right side of the room. Reaching up. Some of the things you might want to add or play with is a little shift of weight more into the left hand so you can pick up the right foot if you want off the floor. That's an option. Again, you can do this with straight legs, Vashisthasana, our side plank pose. And maybe for that side stretch, taking the right hand over your head, reaching towards the front of the room. Breathing in the exhale to return to the earth. Right hand, right knee, bring the left kickstand back in. And again, 2 or 3 more breaths, cat and cow. After that second or third breath, we'll take a moment in child's pose. So you might even take the knees a little wider, sit back, hips down towards heels. They don't have to touch the heels. Your forehead might come to the floor or just hovering over the floor. Hands out front. Another opportunity to move inward. We've done some movement already, some connection with breath, tapping into strength. So here, just a pause. Just feel where you are. Check in with how you feel. Three more breaths. Taking your time to transition out of the pose, just make your way back up to hands and knees. Move slowly, no rush. You can tuck your toes underneath, lifting your knees, then your hips into the air. Return to downward facing dog. Let's continue our flow. And inhale to extend right leg up behind you. Let's open this up. Bend your knee, bring your heel down towards backside, lifting the knee a little bit towards the ceiling. It kind of twists the spine or rotates the spine a little bit as the hips open towards the right side of the room. Let's breathe in, exhale, unwind, and then step through. Right foot to the top of the mat. Here's a warrior one. Left heel turns to the floor. Find your center. Inhale, hinge from hips, rising up, opening. With an exhale to our warrior two. Good. Adjusting the feet underneath you. Want to have a strong foundation. Tall upper body. Outstretched arms. Again, another way to open up the body. Warrior two can also have some significance, especially with your gaze over your right hand, looking past the right hand. Think of this as preparation to move forward. Let's move into side angle pose. Angled upper body, rotate the arms, reaching down with the right hand. Yes, left hand reaching upward. Modify if you need to by keeping the body up high or going down lower if it feels okay. Fingers might touch the floor or a prop. Or the arm might just be pressed against the inner leg, helping that hip opening. Left hand can reach over your head, just like that side plank pose, to get that side stretch if you'd like. Yes, yeah, or even rest the arm if the shoulder's a little tired or sore. Let's breathe in. And exhale, we'll turn and fold, bring the hands down to the floor, step back into plank pose. Pause right there. Feel free to go through a full vinyasa if you'd like, or right away into a downward facing dog. Once in down dog. And inhale to extend left leg into the air, reaching back. Let's open this up. Bend your knee. Bring your heel down towards the backside, a little lift of the knee will create that rotation in the spine. Being sure your hands still feel firmly connected to the earth. There's our hip opening. Breathe in. And the exhale to unwind here. Stepping through. Left foot to the top of the mat for the lunge. Right heel turns to the floor. Feel grounded. Feel centered. Then, yes, then move. Hinge from hips. Rising up, first warrior. Exhale, flow and open, spreading your wings, warrior two. Perfect, yeah, adjust the feet. Find your grounding. That's important. Perhaps gazing over left hand if that feels okay on the neck. This journey forward. Or even think of that journey inward. Moving into side angle pose. Angled upper body, rotate the arms, reach down, reach up as an opening up feeling. Maybe able to touch the earth with the left hand, but not necessary. Staying up higher as you need to. Good energy through this right hand. Either straight up towards the ceiling or over your head towards the front of the room for the side body stretch. Yes, breath. And here we go, breathing in. And the exhale, careful turn and fold, hands to the mat, step back, plank pose. Find the alignment and then move. You can take your vinyasa to down dog or right away into downward facing dog. Let the breath guide you. Let's take another seat here. Bend the knees, bring the knees to the floor. Briefly in hero, then off to the side and bring the legs out front. Let's keep the legs straight out front here. Yeah. Taking staff pose by placing the hands on the mat by your hips, pushing into the floor to help extend spine so you feel that length and lift, that lightness up top. Flexed feet to energize the legs. Then an inhale to reach up with the arms. Exhale, start to hinge at the hips, folding forward. Just a little bit is fine. And then bring the hands down until they touch the legs. Doesn't matter where they land. An inhale to keep the extension through spine, still at this angle. Exhale, draw belly in. Maybe step down the legs with the hands, one step. Hinge a bit more as you're able. Just notice what's happening in the legs. This is perfect for me. I really don't need to go any lower because I really feel a nice stretch in the hamstrings. So just pause whenever you'd like to. Back up if it feels too intense, or go lower if you feel like you've got the space. You might be able to touch your toes, but certainly not necessary. If you need to or want to, you can bend your knees. Bend them a little, bend them a lot. The back can certainly remain straight. That might mean, at least for me, it means being up a little higher in the pose. But feel free to also round the spine, lower your chin. Again, bend the knees if you'd like. You might find that makes more space so you can go a little deeper into the pose. And hopefully not compromising how this feels. Meaning you're not harming the self. 3 more breaths. you're ready, just release the feet or legs, extend the arms forward. Inhale, hinge yourself back up so you're nice and tall, reaching for the sky. Exhale, hands down to your side. Here. Actually, step your hands back behind you. Lean back, almost like you're relaxed in the seat. Bend the knees so your heels are on the floor. Okay, just like that. And some energy in the feet. Okay, try this with me. So keeping the left hand planted, you might need to adjust it for balance because I'm going to keep the left hand on the floor so I can lean back and actually pick up the right foot but free up the right hand. As you're able, okay, and take your peace fingers of the right hand, if you can, loop it around the big toe. Okay? You don't have to extend the leg. If you can, go ahead and extend the leg, but not necessary. Just loop the fingers around the big toe, even if you're here. Okay? If you can extend it, that's fine. Doesn't have to be a full extension. 2 more breaths. And you can release. We'll set the foot back down. Support yourself with the right hand on the floor. We'll do the same on the other side. We'll pick up the foot, peace fingers looped around big toe. Okay. Bent knee or a slight extension or full extension. Use that back hand maybe as a way to help extend the spine there too. 2 more breaths. Okay. Release, set the heel down, adjust yourself. Let's come back to a boat pose. Again, the boat can be done with heels on the floor, but you're certainly welcome to lift the feet. Knees can be bent. You can even extend the legs here. Feet can remain flexed. You can point your toes. We're moving right away, breathing in. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front. Hop or step back, plank pose. Finishing the vinyasa as you'd like. That shortcut is still available to you. Finishing in downward facing dog. We'll take a breath in. Exhale, walk, step, or hop both feet up to the top of the mat to forward fold. Inhale, extending through the spine. Exhale, fold. Let's hold here for 2 or 3 breaths. Just continue that lengthening through the legs here. Hamstrings, maybe even the calves a little bit. I also notice this kind of in the lower glutes. Making space. When you're ready, shifting weight into the heels, bend your knees, elongate through the spine. Inhale, spread your wings. Let's grow tall. Reach up, nice big stretch. Hold here on the exhale. Even tip your gaze upward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, arms to your side. Relax the chin. Good. Shake this out. Check in with the body from head to foot. All right, little balance work. Let's start with tree pose. Starting with soft knees. They don't have to be really bent, just soft in the knees, being sure you're not locking the knees here. Okay, then shifting weight into your right foot, root into the floor, feel that connection. As you feel that weight downward, feel light up top. That's the inhale, lengthening through spine. Exhale, draw belly in, core support, so we can pick up the left foot. You've got it. Flexed foot, bent knee here. Okay, we'll swing that knee out to the side, towards the window, or the left side of the room. And then placing foot on the inside of the standing leg. I always kind of land at my calf muscle, but you can always go above the knee to inner thigh, or even use the floor with your toes. Inhale, let's grow tall again, reaching up, lifting up. And once you're here, just as we did earlier with both feet on the floor, just keep that lifting sensation, rising. So we're starting that process of finding that higher potential, lifting ourselves up. Okay, keep arms extended. We're going to swing that knee forward, lifting knee, flexed foot. Keep the right hand in the air. We're going to bring the left hand down just below the shin. Right there. Lift it. Okay? Stay just like this and just maybe kick the foot out. But if you're able, peace fingers, reach down maybe on the inner leg here, okay, and grab big toe. Okay, if it stays just like this, stay like this. If you can start to extend, do that. If you can take a full extension, take it there. Anywhere in between is fine. One more breath. And the exhale, we release, bring the foot to the floor. Take both arms back up into the air just to find balance. Arms return to your side. And release. And then coming back to your home base, mountain pose, soft knees, other side, shifting weight into left foot, root into the earth, grow tall, inhaling. Exhale, find that center, ready to balance, lifting right foot, flexed foot, bent knee, swing the knee out to the side or corner of the room, placing foot somewhere in the inner leg, high, middle, or low. Once you've established that connection, let's grow tall. Inhale, reaching up into the air. Keep breathing in and out. Growing tall, feeling like you're being lifted. But what's wonderful, especially because it's tree, feel the roots. Rooted into the earth, but you still have a lot of room to grow. Your focus might be directly forward. It could certainly be downward. That can help a little bit better with balance sometimes. Let's keep the arms extended. We're going to swing that knee forward, lifting knee with the flexed foot. Let's catch the knee with the right hand just below the knee, at the shin. Make sure you're still reaching up tall. Lift the knee a little higher. Kick it out, or if you can, peace fingers, grab hold of the big toe, hold here, okay, if that feels best and easier, or you start to that extension. Good. Even playing with a little extension, maybe just do a little kick and come back. One more inhale. And with the exhale, let's release, find the earth, plant the feet, both arms up into the sky, alignment. Exhale, arms down, release. There we go. Wonderful. Let's keep it moving. Inhale, flip the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, monkey pose. Go with your own breath flow here. Exhale, fold all the way down. Plant the hands, hop or step back. Plank pose, come down if you'd like. Chaturanga Dandasana with the elbows squeezing in towards ribs. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Stepping into place with the feet, adjust the hands. And then continue. Inhale, extend right leg up behind you, bend and twist open. Then unwind and step through. Right foot to the top of the mat, left heel plants into the earth again, finding your center before rising with an inhale. First warrior. Exhale, opening to warrior two, settling in. Gaze forward out past right hand. Follow the right hand forward, angled upper body, rotate the arms. Maybe follow left hand overhead for the side body stretch. Reaching. Yes. Inhale, here we go. Exhale, turn, bring the hands to the floor, step back, plank pose. Hold plank. We're going to right side plank. Now the first time we did this, did this with the knee on the floor, which you're welcome to do. So you place the right knee on the floor and then open up to the left side of the room. Or keep legs straight and open up to the left side. If the legs are straight, to keep them straight, flex the feet to energize the legs. Opening up. Good. Lots of strength here. Perfect. Breathe in. Exhale, a careful return to plank pose. Okay. Finish the flow as you like. Take the shortcut if you want. Meet together in downward facing. Arrived and ready for the other side. Inhale, extend left leg into the air. Yes. Bend and twist open. There it is. We'll unwind here, stepping through for warrior one, landing up top. Right heel turns to the floor. Yeah, take your time with that. Inhale, floating up when you're ready. Exhale, nice opening to your warrior two. Gazing forward, warrior two. Follow that left hand forward, angled upper body. Rotate the arms, side angle pose. Maybe your right hand over your head, reaching as if you were reaching, or at least going in this direction, which is forward. Breathe in. Exhale, a nice turn and fold. Hands to the floor, step back, plank pose for the realignment. And take your left side plank. Left knee can come to the floor. Okay? Otherwise, opening up sideways. Be sure the legs are straight. And to keep them straight, flex the feet. There. Nice. Strong, very strong. Not easy. Breathe in. Exhale, a careful return to plank pose. In your flow to downward facing dog. Love it. Okay. All right, let's come to hero pose. Bring the knees to the floor. Sit back onto the heels as you're able. Something like this. Sometimes will teach this a different way. If this feels too strenuous on the knees or ankles, I just call it half hero and just come back on your toes. So you're just kind of like this, so it's not a lot of weight back there or not a lot of weight on the knees. Maybe even use your hands for support. Okay. While you're holding there, let me demonstrate something. So we are going to come back to a side plank. And I think let me see if we can do this with, yeah, you can. You can do this with the knee on the floor or legs straight, okay? So just watch. So basically what we're going to do is lift the leg, bend the knee, turn the knees up towards ceiling so we can do a little kick, okay? If you can, grab big toe and extend, okay? So you can do this with knee on the floor. Or this Vashisthasana posture, same thing. Lifting the leg, bend the knee, turn the knee towards ceiling, either just a kick or grab big toe and extend the leg. Okay. Okay, here's another thing we'll be doing in the practice. Just watch. I'm going to inhale, extend right leg up, and bring right foot near the top of the mat, but I'm landing kind of shy of the wrist. It's like maybe an inch between my toes and the wrist here. So it's a shorter lunge, which puts a lot of weight forward at first. So you want to make sure you're centered, getting the weight off the hands so you can easily get off the hands and hinge from hips. We're going to come to a high lunge, but a shorter distance between the feet here. And once we're in the high lunge, we're actually going to lift this front heel. So we're going to be on our toes here. To find balance, we're going to squeeze towards center, because sometimes we can feel pretty wobbly here. So squeeze to center. It's arms, belly, and the legs for that high lunge. So let's go for that one. So maybe return 2 hands and knees, tuck toes, lift hips into the sky, make your way to your downward facing dog. So we'll practice that high lunge. So here we go, an inhale to extend right leg up behind you. Now with the exhale, the right foot's going to land behind the right hand, somewhere at the wrist level. Toes are at wrist level or slightly back behind that. The weight will be in the hands, so shift the weight back so you're away from the hands. So you can easily lift the hands and then your whole body to a high lunge. Make sense? Okay, so there's no pressure in the knees. Okay, you want the weight behind you so you can rise up. And once you are tall, lift the right heel, and that will allow you to lunge a little deeper. Hug to center. It's the arms, like you're hugging in. Yes, belly for sure. And then the legs, like you've got a block between the knees, squeezing. Yeah? Stay just like that. We're on our tiptoes. We're going to hinge forward about 45 degrees. We are shifting weight into the front foot, pushing off those back toes so we can step forward into chair pose, and we're still on our tiptoes. So the heels are lifted. Squeeze the ankle bones together as if you're holding on to a prop between the ankle bones. As you're able, stand up tall. The knees can stay very bent here. We're still on tiptoes. Rising up. Reach high. Okay, we've gotten a little taller. We're going to go ahead and set the heels down. Keep arms up. Inhale, tip gaze up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, monkey pose. Exhale, hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank pose. Stay in plank, and just take a shortcut to down dog. Let's do the other side. Okay, same thing. So an inhale to extend left leg into the air, straight and strong. Exhale, left foot landing somewhere behind that left wrist. It could be a short distance between the feet. If the weight's in the hands, start feeling the hips pull back, shifting the weight back to find your new center. Okay, off the hands, so you can hinge from hips and rise up. That's it, until we're in that high lunge with less distance between the feet. Once you're tall, lift that left heel, lunge into it, and then hug to center. That's your support. There it is, okay? So some balance. Then hinge forward about 45 degrees, shifting weight into this front set of toes. Push off those back toes, stepping forward so you're in chair pose on tiptoes. Squeezing or hugging inward, especially down low at the ankle bones, even the inside edges of your big toes. Stand up tall, okay? Reaching arms into the air, okay? Even with knees soft. Bring heels to the floor, arms to your side. Finished. Shake it out. Very nice. Okay, let's start experimenting with the flow here. Okay, together, let's inhale, take the arms up. As you're reaching up, rise up onto tiptoes. So here we are growing taller. We're tapping into that higher potential of self, hugging in towards inside edges of the feet. Bend the knees, inhale, so a good bend in the knees. Exhale so you can fold forward, okay? Bent knees will help you to fold forward since you're on your tiptoes. Inhale, slide your hands up the legs a little bit, extending through the spine just as long as it's long and flat. Bend the knees, getting low enough to place hands on the floor. Hop or step back, plank pose. Of course, you're still on your toes. Okay, we're going to that right side plank. Again, you can bring right knee to the floor, make a kickstand, open up sideways, or legs are straight. Open up to the left side of the room, left hand in the air. Try this if you're able. Lifting the left foot off the floor, flex the foot to keep the leg strong, and then bend the knee. And as you're able, kind of turning the knee towards ceiling, and then a little kick. Just kick the leg. If you can, just a kick. It's fine. Or or grab the big toe and extend. And we're going to release it and come back down to the earth. Plank pose. Take your time. Okay, so find plank, hands on the floor, toes on the floor. Okay, Chaturanga Dandasana, or flow to get you to downward facing dog. That's it. Okay, then inhale, extend right leg into the air, right leg. Right leg. Okay, and then right foot behind the right wrist. Okay, same sensation. So if the weight is forward, shifting the weight back, finding center, hands are light, so you can rise up to your high lunge. Once you're tall here, lift right heel, lunge into it. Reach high, lunge low, hug to center. We're hinging forward. Reaching out, push through those back toes, weights forward, step into chair pose on tiptoes, hug to center, rise up. Nice and tall, okay? We're going to stay like this as we inhale. Exhale, bend the knees a whole lot so you can fold forward. Inhale, can you do monkey pose still on toes? Exhale, fold. Hands to the floor, hop or step back into plank pose. Of course, you're still on your toes right there. But we're going to open up to left side plank. So left hand stays on the floor, opening up to the right side of the room. Left knee can come to the floor or keep legs straight. Okay? That's it. And then as you're able, we're picking up the right leg, bend the knee, turn the knee towards ceiling. You can just kick, or if you can, reach and find that big toe with peace fingers and extend the leg. And we'll immediately release. Bring it back down, hand to the floor, back to plank pose. Finish the sequence, chaturanga, or any variation of a flow to get you to down dog. Then your inhale to extend left leg into the sky. Left foot to the floor in front, behind the left wrist. That's it, so a short distance between the feet. Find your center, hinge from hips, high lunge. There it is. Okay, once you're tall, lift left heel, lunge. Hug to center, strong legs here, yes? You've got a hinge forward, weight towards those big front toes. Stepping forward, chair pose, still on tiptoes, hugging to inner thighs, knees, calves, ankles, and big toes. Stand up tall, still on tiptoes as best as you can. Reach, lifting, growing taller. Can you tip gaze upward? Okay, then heels to the floor, look center, look forward, arms to your side, finishing. Shake it out. Okay, same sequence, just adding on a little bit. As we inhale, reaching arms into the air, we're still growing tall right up onto the tiptoes. Feeling how you rise, yes? Breathe in. Exhale, bend knees and fold. That way you can go in slow motion. Hopefully that gives you some balance and support. That's it, nice. Inhale, spinal extension, still on tiptoes. Exhale, fold, hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank pose. Stay in plank. Right side plank, we're going forward again. Yeah, right side plank, right hands on the floor, opening up to the left side of the room. Okay, we're picking up that left leg, bend the knee, turn knee towards ceiling. Either just kick, okay, or grab big toe and extend. We're coming right out of it back to your plank pose. Take your time, take your time. Then Chaturanga Dandasana. Yes, inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog if you happen to be going through that sequence. Here we go. Inhale, extend right leg into the air. Bend and twist open. Just adding this segment again. Unwind. Step right foot to the top of the mat. Warrior one. Left heel turns to the floor. It's just a regular lunge. Rising up. Basic flow. Exhale, opening to warrior two. Arrive in your warrior two. Gazing out past right hand. Follow the right hand forward. Yes. Rotate. The arms reach down, reach up, and then overhead with the left hand, extending, but feel like you're reaching outward with that left hand. Yes, breathe in. Exhale, turn, hands to the floor, and slide that right foot back and up into the air. You're moving into down dog with the right leg extended again. Okay, and then we're going to that short lunge. Okay, so right foot lands behind right wrist. Find your center by shifting back. Light hands, so we can rise to the high lunge, so the left heel is lifted. Once we're tall, we're lifting right heel, so we're lunging into this for the balance. Find your center, hinge, coming forward, push forward, chair pose, hold. We're growing tall. As you're able, gaze upward. It's a change of balance for sure. Wow. Okay? Keep looking up, but just at the heels on the floor. And then bring your gaze forward, arms to your side. Okay? Shifting weight into right foot. We're lifting up left foot. Catch the shin. Okay? Either just extend the leg a little kick, or if you're able, peace fingers, big toe. Okay? Hold here. Take right arm up. Again, continue to hold here, or find that leg extension, even if it's partial. We're going to release this leg, even if the knee stays bent. Oops. See if we can keep the foot lifted. Take both arms up. Maybe extended, down low is fine, or bent knee. Plant the foot into the ground. Find your balance on 2 feet. Then rise up on tiptoes as you inhale. Exhale, bend knees and fold. Nice control. Good. Inhale, monkey pose, extending the spine, still on tiptoes, great balance work. Exhale, bend knees, hands to the floor. Step or hop back plank pose. We're going to left side plank. So left hand's on the floor, opening up sideways. There it is. Okay, we're picking up the right leg, bend the knee, turn knee towards ceiling, either just a kick, or if you can, grab big toe and extend. That's fine. Good. Let's release. A careful return to plank pose. Strong straight line. Finish the sequence as you'd like. Modify as you need to. Rest if you need to. Once in down dog, basic flow. Inhale, extend left leg into the air. Reach, bend, and twist open. Good. Let's unwind it, step through. Left foot to the top of the mat, basic flow. Right heel turns to the floor. Find your center, flowing your way up, floating up. Warrior one, exhale, opening to your warrior two, adjusting the feet if you need to. Gaze forward. Follow the left hand forward because you are moving forward. Rotate the body. Rotate the arms. Reach up and then overhead with the right hand. Reaching outward. Nice opening of the body. Breathe in. And exhale to turn. Bring the hands to the floor. Slide the left foot back and right up into the air or return to down dog. Left leg into the sky. Okay, in that short lunge, left foot lands behind left wrist. Right heel stays lifted. Find your center. Light hands. Hinge your way up to the high lunge. Once tall, lift left heel. Lunge. Hug to center. Okay, hinge 45 degrees, yes, shifting weight into this front foot, stepping into your chair pose, still on tiptoes. Straightening the legs to grow tall, reach up as you're able, gaze upward. Take your time with that. Okay, so see if the body can remain fairly balanced here with this challenge. Keep the gaze upward, send the heels to the floor. Still looking up, reaching up. And then lower the chin, bring your arms to your side. Okay, now the other side. So shifting weight into left foot. We're picking up the right foot. Catch the shin or knee. As you're able, peace fingers, grab big toe, and then left arm up into the air. Stay just like this or some extension as it works. Yes. Full or partial. Love the variations. Nice and tall. Good energy in the body. Let's release the foot or leg. Keep it lifted. Both arms up into the air. You can't extend, even if it's down low. This is fine just like this. Slowly lower the foot to the floor. Find your balance. Inhale. Lift up on toes. If you can, look up. As you exhale, lower your chin, bend your knees, and slowly fold. Spinal extension, monkey. Exhale, bend knees, hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank pose. As you like, come down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, yes. And exhale, downward facing dog. A breath or two here. Gently set the knees onto the floor. Sit back briefly in hero, and off to the side. Swing the legs around to the front. Sit in the center. And roll down onto your back. We'll hug the knees in. Let's do one more leg extension. Let's first extend the left leg out onto the floor. Left leg on the floor. Flex the foot to energize the leg. Hugging the right knee into chest. Either just extend the leg, holding onto the leg, or if you're able, again, peace fingers looped around the big toe and extend, even if it's not a full extension. Knee can be very bent here. Okay. No need to reach the foot. Maybe just holding on to the leg with a hand or two. One more breath. Release the toe or the leg, bend the knee, and extend the leg out onto the floor. Hold for a second in this Shavasana, just for alignment. And then we'll hug left knee in. Same thing, we'll extend the leg, either just extend it by holding on to the leg with both hands, or if you're able, peace fingers looped around big toe. Extend to your ability. And one more breath. Okay, we'll release. Keep hugging this left knee in. Let's bring the right knee in. Circle the ankles. Just as we did earlier, checking in since we get a lot of balance, especially on the tiptoes. There's a lot of footwork. Okay. And then we'll take a spinal twist. We'll take the knees over to the left side while the right arm extends to the right. Settle into the pose. Settle into your breath. So we took the time in our practice to explore. Exploring parts of self, and even opening parts of self that may have felt closed, a little tight and constricted. Finding space. Tapping into that greater potential. Okay, whatever that might be within you. Your greater strength, greater focus, greater creativity, whatever that is that's inside of you. 2 more breaths. After that second breath, if you need more time on this side, stay here. Otherwise, come to center, hug the knees in, a little balance, realignment, and then taking your twist to the other side. Part of our exploration was rising upward, literally rising up onto our tiptoes, lifting ourselves up. Even movements that we do all the time, just like extending our arms straight up into the air, or overhead in a forward direction. They all have meaning. They can help us and guide us. In this case, maybe that movement forward. Taking advantage of the power of Warrior 2, preparing to move, but the energy of core, third chakra, and actually moving. 2 more breaths. When you're ready, returning to center, hugging the knees into center. From here, just decide what you would like to do next. If there's any other pose or movement that your body needs at this moment, feel free to take advantage of the time to take care of yourself. Whenever you feel complete, and maybe you are complete right now, just find your way into a nurturing pose, meaning a relaxing pose, something meditative, like Shavasana. Again, taking any movements or postures that your body might need at this moment, back bends, hip openers. Again, when you feel complete, find stillness. Find the calm in your body, the calm in your breath, the ease in your mind. You've done your work. Now it's time to rest. Return to the awareness of your breath, just bringing a bit more energy to your breath by breathing a little slower, a little deeper. Feel your breath. Perhaps listen to the sound of your breath. And take 3 full and complete breaths. Feel how you expand and open with the inhale. How you settle with the exhale. After your 3rd breath, find movement in your body. You might start with a subtle movement of toes and feet, fingers and hands. And as that movement returns, eventually slowly rolling onto either side of your body, arriving in this nurturing pose. And then rising to seated, still moving in slow motion, making your way here. Just as we stood in mountain pose, feel the lengthening in your spine. Feel proud, strong, confident. Your hands can remain in your lap or bring hands to heart center. Just finish with 1 more breath, in and out. As we come to the close of this portion of our journey together, we bow, saying, Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.